Hi everyone, this is Danielle. These are the 4 pictures I took for this photo shoot. Blanked on the word there. First picture I took is the side primarily focused on, the side for the Paramount. ISO for this one and for all the photos is 1600. The shutter speed for this one was actually 1 in 2500 and the aperture was 4. But here is the gray version, the grayscaled version. I really focused on making that red. You see here at the bottom, the words there, the darkest, and they really stood, popped out, and kind of just drew the attention there, especially because they're contrasted against the white on the board behind them. Overall, especially, when it turns this into the focus, I really like it. I thought it was cool. And here in the Paramount sign itself, you do lose some of the details, as you can see the color, it has this orange against the blue, but it loses that here. And part of that was just how I converted it. Second one is the front and the ticket booth of the Paramount Theater. Shutter speed was 1/600, 1/160, and the aperture was 10. I really like this one. It had some cool contrast from the bottom half here to the top. And again, I really darkened up the red so those letters pop out against the white. But it's still between that and the street here and the building above it. This really kind of pops and just pulls you in just from the value and the contrast. This is my neighbor George. He's a sweetheart, and I had to bribe him with treats to get a couple photos of him. He's pretty cute. I like the photo. I think it looks pretty cool. There might be a little bit of blur around him, especially here in the head, from where he was moving. When I converted it, I tried to focus on darkening him more, so I darkened more of the reds and oranges and the yellow, just to kind of darken him up and kind of help give that some contrast to him compared to the background. But overall, I feel like it could have been better. It could have been a better picture. I could have done better with the converting. It's a lot of mid-tones, and it kind of just falls flat. Doesn't have that contrast or value to give it interest and depth. The last one, I was downtown. I don't know if this is just like a parking garage or what. I believe this goes and it connects to another building. But I thought it was interesting. The settings, the shutter speed was 1/100 and the aperture was 9. When I converted this one to grayscale to black and white, I used the blues and the red and yellow to help make these shadows here darker. So it has a really interesting contrast from going from front to back, the left to the right of the image, because you have a nice gradient from where it's very light and it gets really dark back here. And that's helped, and it kind of pulls your eyes that way with the pattern and the repetition from the windows and the lines here from the levels. And I played with the point of view with this one some. If you can tell, it doesn't look like it's sitting straight up and down. It's actually crooked. And I got that with the point of view with the camera and not post-edit. So it kind of, with the contrast between the dark here and the light up here, with that forced point of view, making it look crooked, there's almost a sense of unease to it. So this one is definitely my favorite out of all of them this week in this shoot. But I hope you enjoyed them.